Hi, this is Chef Patricio Wise, and this is an Instant with Chefs Latinos. Today, we're gonna cook red rice like my mom used to make on our Instant Pot. I remember when my dad asked me what I wanted to do when I grew up, right before going to university, I said I want to be a chef. And he said, oh, that's awesome. I'm, oh, really? He's like, yeah, you can be whatever you want. However, you're going to university first to get a professional degree. After graduating, many of them went to apprenticeships, many of the best restaurants in the world, and then they came back in their own restaurants in Monterrey. So the gastronomic scene, when those people came back, really exploded, and it was awesome. The first thing we're gonna do is we need to make a sofrito. To make a sofrito, we're gonna use the saute function. So first off, we're gonna open this up. Again, every time you use the saute, you wanna have the lid open. Saute is right here, and we're gonna set it to the default 25 minutes. It'll take a little bit less than that, and we'll start it. The sofrito is very simple. We're gonna use ancho chiles. I have some that have been soaking in here already. I'm gonna put this one in there as well. We have some tomatoes and an onion. The cilantro is for after. As we were peeling the onions, we'll peel them all, and we'll dice the tomatoes, just like that. And then we'll put all of this into a blender. I felt really proud to be able to recreate an experience, more controlled environment, and I was really happy to be learning what I really wanted to be learning at that time. I did get my professional degree first, and then I was self-training myself to be a chef. You essentially want to blend it until you get a puree. That's essentially what this is, a puree of tomatoes, onions, and dried chiles. We're using long grain rice. This is grown right here in the Sacramento Valley, and it likes 1.5 times the volume, and that's how we like to cook it. And look, this is ready. So we're going to reduce all of this, and we're just gonna stir and stir until we reduce this down to a thicker paste. It will also change color. It will become darker red, kind of like a burgundy color, kind of like a red wine. It's gonna take about 5 to 8 minutes. It will not be as fluid as this is. The change is very noticeable. And I'm going to saute the rice in the sofrito, and this will further help in maintaining its texture and in acquiring all these flavors to be transferred to the rice. At this point, we're ready. Just gonna dump it in. While you're doing this, you wanna make sure that the rice is all coated. As you can tell, there's still parts that have some sofrito on the bottom. We're about ready right there. This is chicken stock. This is 4 cups. I'm gonna leave some behind. But once you make sure it's all there, like that, like so, we have some cilantro. So we're just gonna put it in there, and we're gonna close it. You have to stop. We're gonna set it off to rice mode, and it's gonna show 12 minutes in there. And we'll just hit start, and it'll take a couple of minutes for it to preheat. It indicates right there the preheat. And then it'll go on to cook, and the timer will start. After that's done, it'll beep, and the rice will be ready. At the time that I was learning, I was really curious about how things were done, and I really enjoy new processes and technicalities and learning about new ingredients. And I really enjoyed creating something new that somebody may or may not have done before, at least in our town, and seeing their faces when they tried it. It looks like the rice is ready. So now we're gonna vent it. So you're just gonna open it this way. You wanna wait until it completely vents and the silver valve right here is dropped down again. And you see how it dropped? Now we open it. And voila! So what you want to do at this point is, remember how I said you could remove the cilantro? You can if you want to. I particularly like it. You want to take a wooden spoon, and you're just going to fold it in and stir everything together. And there we go. This is red rice, just like Mom used to make it. This looks delicious. It's nice and creamy and unctuous. The sofrito just does that, and the texture is just perfect. All right, guys, for this recipe and more like it, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Instant and download our Instant Brands Connect app. See you next time.